I basically just did this. I did a short version of this video on Twitter, and I'm just going to do a little bit longer of a video, a little bit longer of an analysis on this. The crypto bear market, in my view, I don't want to sit here and say it's done, it's over, but I will say my opinion, and I could be wrong. I accept that, but my opinion is that the worst of the crypto bear market is over. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I want to just do this video exemplifying why I think that is. From a Bitcoin perspective, I'm going to use ADA charts. From an altcoin perspective, and we're just going to dive into it. So if you're out there still in crypto land, make sure to subscribe for analysis, up to date crypto news. Hit the like on the way in, and let's just do this. I hope you're having a good weekend out there, everybody. So the reason I'm doing this video, and I'll get into Bitcoin in a minute, but it was actually this tweet from Benjamin Cohen. He's basically talking about ADA BTC pair going lower. Obviously, his view from a technical analysis perspective, and ADA holders don't like this. They just don't like it. And I think even if you don't agree with it, it's so silly to see people on crypto get so defensive when there's some type of bearish scenario in play from an analysis perspective based around your crypto hold, right? I'm an ADA bull, right? And so I see this and I don't get offended at all. This is, even from a technical analysis perspective, what Benjamin's charting here is very simple, unemotional technical analysis. It's in play, right? Do I necessarily think it's going to happen? No. I want to actually do an ADA BTC video on explaining exactly why I don't think this scenario will happen, but it could. It very well could happen. And it's the chart, it doesn't even get much more simple than what he's tweeting or posting on here. But I just said, stop arguing with each other about crypto prices. Life's too important for that. It's going to be okay. It seriously is, everybody. These are crypto prices. But on that tweet, somebody basically was mentioning, how could I even think this could be in play? I said the worst of the crypto bear market is over. And let me just explain, that's what this purpose of this video is for, explain why I think the worst is over. And this is essentially it from a very, very simple perspective. I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. These are the cycles of Bitcoin on the charts, Bitcoin acting as a roadmap. And we're going to pivot over to ADA too and discuss where ADA is. But this is Bitcoin, right? The next halving is here, 2024. Here's the last halving, 2020. And I know many of you probably know exactly what I'm going to say, but there are people out there that I don't think have watched the content of me explaining this. That's what this video is for. I want to be able to share this link to explain why I think the worst of the bear market is over. So we're in the cycles. Erase everything that has happened in this cycle, bull market, bear market, erase it all. Let's just put ourselves back here in the last cycle. So this was November, like right around November, December 2019. Bitcoin just kind of hitting this higher low area at the 50-week moving average. Put ourselves there. Visualize being there at that price right then. And looking at this chart, would you say, it looks like the worst was over with that bear cycle? The clear, very, very clear answer to that is yes. The worst was over in November, December 2019. COVID was coming in play, but even with that insane dip down to like 4,000, the worst was over because Bitcoin crypto holders just endured an insane bear market, right? Volatile bear market. You can go to the cycle before and we can say, okay, right here was the worst over. Bitcoin just trickling down to the 20-week moving average. It's sitting at $300, $400. It's February 2016 was the worst over. Yes, the worst was over. This was the worst of it, that bear market. So that was the worst of it in the bear market of 2013, 14. And then we go here. This was the worst of it in 2018. And now here we are. This was the worst of it. And we're in the same, if you look at this red box, we're in the same time frame in terms of the halving and what's approaching as we were back here when the worst was over then. That's where I get this from. Many people out there will disagree and say this time's different. There are macroeconomic factors at play. This is all a coincidence, and it very well could be. The Bitcoin halvings, the 4-year cycle, it could be all a coincidence. I saw a chart today. It's probably make a good video discussing every time the money printers came on, kind of coincided with the bull markets. It just really could be a coincidence, right? In terms of when these bull markets are happening. But so far, I know that historically, the data is very consistent. And so with where we are right now, and even with factors of, hey, when are they going to pivot? Interest rates, lowering interest rates. When are they going to start printing money again? It actually aligns with another bull cycle somewhere over here in 2024, 2025. So we might, even if it is a coincidence, be on track for that. No matter what, I just think the worst of it is over. And it doesn't mean that there's not going to be more downside, right? We have targets that we track for Bitcoin, like 20,000 to the downside. I don't know if I have a chart charted right now, but it's somewhere. I know I have a chart. There it is. Look, targets to the downside, high or low for Bitcoin. There's downside. But I'm just saying, if we really track this long-term view, even if there's more downside, I think the worst is over. And that is to say this back here. We go over to the ADA charts. This is what I also discussed in the post on X, which is ADA at this time of the last cycle, you can actually see put in another low right after this red box, right? So that would say ADA is actually potentially going to keep trickling down. If it actually did a perfect repeat of last cycle, it could trickle down even further. And even with that in play, I am saying I think the worst is over, because I don't know about you, but I could endure a few more months of downside, right? To just really just wipe out the bears. Just everybody that's going to jump ship, they're jumping ship. Markets are capitulating, because in my opinion, this was way worse. And I say that from as a crypto holder, but even more so as a crypto content creator, tracking this daily, almost tracking this red candle, red candle, red candle, lower lows after lower lows, lower highs after lower highs, insane negativity, insane just so much negativity in the comments, everybody, because this is, from a sentiment perspective, not sitting well with people. That is all behind us. The worst is over. That very comparable to this. And at this moment, back then, even with more downside in play for ADA, I think the worst was over. And that's where we are right now. So that's why I say I think the worst is over for crypto. And I really, really stand by that. I'm going to do a separate video on the ADA BTC pair. This is the ADA BTC pair. I think it'll be a really cool video to do. Benjamin, I've really liked watching his content lately, because he is posting stuff that I'm sure ADA holders and other altcoins, they don't want to see. They don't want to see ADA and other altcoins just get absolutely demolished, continue to get demolished against BTC. But come on, there's always cases for this. I say crypto can go to zero at any time, right? He's just using very simple fundamental technical analysis to paint a picture, and it's okay. Everything's going to be okay, whether you agree with it or not. Whether it's bullish or bearish for whatever crypto you hold, really doesn't matter. It's going to be okay. So I wanted to do this video on why I think the worst of the crypto market is over. That doesn't mean there's not some short-term, mid-term volatility and pain ahead, but that's why I think the worst is over. And it's, I think, very, very much illustrated on this Bitcoin chart and the ADA chart that you saw. Let me know your comments in the comments below, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good weekend. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.